Hello and welcome. During 50s, 60s and 70s, lot of researches happened on different aspects of leadership. We have seen that how Hershey and Blanchard had provided an effectiveness dimension to the Ohio State University model of leadership. Extending it further during late 70s, James McGregor Burns came up with a path breaking research. He talked about two different aspects of leadership: transactional leadership and transformational leadership. Transactional leadership are more understandable, it's more exchange based, like in a democratic setup, political leaders say that you give me vote, I will provide you a better road, I will reduce tax. So these are more exchange based. And if we see on organizational context, so in organizational context, like leader or manager can say that you exhibit this job or you perform this, in return you will get bonus or you will get promotion, something like that. So this is transactional leadership. And what about transformational leadership? To talk about transformational leadership, let me first introduce myself. My name is Nirjhar Chakravarti. I am an author of the books on organizational transformation and leadership. So what is transformational leadership? Burns said it, and it's more idealistic in nature, even though it is practical. He said that transformational leaders, they stimulate, they inspire, and they empower followers to achieve extraordinary feat by achieving the target or goal of the organization and also aligning them with the individual need. Moving it forward, moving it further, lot of research happened, among which the research of Bernard Bass was very much interesting. Bass had provided four dimensions to this transformational leadership. As per Bass, there are four characteristics of transformational leadership. One is idealized influence, the next three are inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and idealized consideration. What are these? Idealized influence has two kind of setup. One is, or two parameters. One is how leader exhibit themselves, how leader position themselves, so leaders behavior, and also at the same time how the followers see the leader, how the follower feel about the leader, and how the follower emulate the leader, so which is very much important. So combining these two together, it forms the idealized influence, and it is based on leaders risk taking ability, leaders consistency, and also the ethical and moral background of the leader. And the next is inspirational motivation. So, when we talk about the inspirational motivation, it is more about how leader inspire the followers by providing meaning and by providing challenge. Also, at the same time, how leader create the hope, create the optimism within the followers by providing the vision. So all this putting together, it become inspirational motivation for the followers to achieve the target along with the leader with a shared vision. And next come to intellectual stimulation. So how leader stimulate followers to think differently, to think creatively, to be how the followers can become more innovative. So leaders always encourage them to think differently, give ideas, provide new thoughts, even though it is different than what leader is thinking. And leaders never criticize them in open podium for having a different idea, even though it differs from the leader and from the entire audience. And The next and important aspects of transformational leadership is individualized consideration. So leader not only think about the target as a whole for the group, but also they see the interest of individual followers, and they track them, they monitor them, so that the followers get individually, they get support, they get uh, whatever needed for doing the job. So individually leaders take care the uh, group's interests. Also at the same time, they encourage people to do things with their individual capabilities, and leaders always encourage the two-way communication, which is very much important, and which is very much encouraging to promote individuals and make people feel important within the group. So these are important elements of transformational leadership. However, Bass said that even though these are important parameters for transformational leadership, however, transformational leaders can take few element of transactional leadership as well to become more effective. And he talked about three important parameter. One is contingent reward, like rewarding followers for achieving something, and nothing wrong in it. So individually followers can also get motivation from reward. The next is management by exception, like if the follower achieves something, reward them. If they do not achieve something or they fail, also you can uh, talk about that with the follower, or you can punish them with a certain extent, not definitely like a autocratic, highly autocratic person, but definitely you can definitely take stock of the achievement and failure together, and you can uh, discuss with the follower with the same spirit. And also the next parameter is laissez-faire. So if required, leaders can give full authority to the followers to do some work in certain situations. So these are element of transactional leaders, like contingent reward, management by exception, and also laissez-faire to certain extent. But transformational leaders can take some element of it, but not full, to have more holistic approach or more holistic effectiveness for their success. So this can be termed as full range of leadership, and which is a larger platform for transformational leadership. So I think we have more to talk about transformational leadership, and definitely it's there are various other dimensions and aspects also, because we have already talked about uh, autocratic leadership, we've talked about democratic leadership, we have talked about participative leadership, how this fits within the context of transformational leadership, and how ethics fits within the transformational leadership. We will like to talk more about it. So please stay tuned, and definitely we'll discuss more about it in future. So with this, I would like to say you thank you. Thank you very much.